Good evening, Rose. Good evening, Daniel. How you guys doing? Good evening, ma. Fine.
Good evening, ma'am. I'm fine.
Okay. How's your day?
I did well. Yeah, he did. And yours?
Well, my day is always full. It was productive, thank God. All right. I don't plan. We have another live session that's happening by 8, and I have a lot of multitasking to do right now. So we're going to get right to it. So the idea is So here's the idea. Sorry, yeah, the multitasking I talked about. So, Rose, you're new to this place. You've not participated in our live sessions, but you've listened to the recordings for the past classes. Um, Daniel is from Daniel is from like the session I was holding before I was like heavily pregnant, and I had to like cut down on my activities. Okay, so um, this class is to show us, like, practically show us how to land opportunities in the Web3 space. One of the reasons why I showed you Rose to one of the reasons why I gave you those videos to watch is so that to prep you, as well as some things will not be new or strange to you. All right, so um, I also I know to have start talking about what Web3 is. But if you have questions, if you have questions like on the basics, what's crypto, what's Web3, what are we doing here, and why are we looking for jobs here, you can still ask them. So, but I'm going to be diving straight into what we have, which is how to get those jobs. And then we'll be embarking on a 45 days challenge. This 45 days will end like when that's December-ish. Should be like first week of December or so, or second week. So the idea behind this 45 days challenge is I need people that are actually like very serious to do this. It's a challenge. That means you're committed to doing it. Now, some of part of that challenge is already on the website. I mean, things you do to get this sense. I keep telling people, if you actively apply what you learned on that website, right? We'll be saying, okay, this is what I've done. This is what I've worked for me. But then people always like demand for like maybe how many of us have finished the course on the website? We did the both of you. Have you finished it?
I have not finished it because I've been having a lot of classes these days and I don't know, it's a lot, but I'm trying.
Yeah, it's good though. Invest in yourself. In fact,
Ma,
invest in yourself.
I've been waiting for you to add me to that course so I don't know why
Are you
I can't
sure
do
that
it.
you're not there now? Log in and check.
Pardon?
Log in and check.
Okay.
Yeah, log in
It's
and
still
check.
the same site now. Is there a different
Yes,
session for it?
october.com.
Yeah, is there a different session for this our particular one?
So that under getting crypto jobs make easy, you see is in like sessions, right? The last part of it has to do with this challenge. But then I'll be updating the challenge parts with more like ways to more things to do, because every single day different persons apply different strategies and it works for them. Like I keep saying, the things that you'll be applying are things that have worked for different people. For example, Um, proof of work has worked for me. Building in public has worked for me at different points, right? It was building in public that brought me some opportunity that came to me. Why for some persons, big networks has worked for them. Why for some persons, cold DM worked for them. So that's why all these strategies are coming together and all. And then the reason why another reason why we're setting some strategy this challenge is the fact that many persons still have this mindset that it's a plug and play kind of thing. Like you have to just go somewhere, just do something, and then the job just appear that it's possible, but that's like this slim. These chances are really really slim. So in this time and age, there's a lot of work that needs to go in, a lot of proof of work that you need to do to get. But then it becomes easy. The easy part is we are committed and dedicated to this thing. We are working a path that other people have worked. You know this thing has worked for somebody. It's not like you're practicing something that is strange. This thing has worked before. That means the possibility of it working for you is really, really, really high. So that's why I always encourage like the focus, the hard work, and everything. Because trust me, as much as we are trying to say, oh, people are looking for shortcuts. The more you look for shortcuts, the more the road becomes longer. So all I'm encouraging is like through the process and all of that. So without long talk, um, so now I'm going to share some things with us. This class is not going to end here today. Might have one more class, but I'm not sure it's supposed to be this week or this, but maybe same time next week or Monday ish. It's supposed to hold like yesterday, but because I didn't announce it on time, so I had to like push it today. So now, no point explaining Web3 jobs, no point explaining why we need Web3 jobs. We already know we need money. So now let's head straight in. And from the videos in the classes, I've already mentioned that I'm not a fan of job sites. Unless if you're going to do job sites, it means that you're not just going to do apply and leave it there. You have to go the extra mile and do extra things to do that. So where do you find jobs? Now, first of one of the things you should pay attention to is narratives. Narratives, right? We are in a cycle in this crypto market. There are always like different cycles in the market, different narratives in the market, and those are usually pointers to where there are opportunities. And then um, also pay attention to like ecosystems that are buzzing, and then ecosystems that are quiet. Now, why would you pay attention to ecosystems that are buzzing? For example, when Ton ecosystem started like, you know, being loud and being big, what many people did, including this guy, this influencer, is to either you target Ton as a like as a whole, and then push to like for example now we're in Nigeria. Is there any major Ton community in Nigeria? Say called Ton Nigeria. If there is none, that means you have to identify who is the showmaker at Ton and then pitch why there should be a Ton exclusive community in Nigeria. You become a community builder. I think your strength, Daniel's, your strength is writing. I think you also have community. Rose too is writing, I think. So now this is one of the ways. This strategy I'm telling you now has worked for someone that's very close to me. Close to me. He identified an ecosystem that had a future potential. This was 2 years ago. 2 years ago. And when he identified it, what did he do? He went to the decision makers in those places. He started talking about these people, started creating content about them on on X. When he started creating this content, he started building a network of people that are there. And in one of those conversations, he was able to mention that, hey, you don't have any presence in Africa. I can make you have presence in Africa, have a developer community in Africa. Now, this person has no developer experience at all. But that was like a bold move, saying, I can establish your project here in Africa. And in the past 2 years, he has done it. And this even positioned him to like he made a lot of money as a builder. Now that's blockchain now, or that layer two, has presence in Africa right now. And in the past 2 years, they've never expanded to Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, all those places. So this is one way. That's why I said landing opportunity in this space is not for someone who's looking for it's for a hard worker. It's for someone who really wants to get the result. You have to be someone who is interested in actually going through the process. So this is one of the ways. This is one way. Now we are in. I've mentioned. I'm just thought as an example. Now, how did Super Team come about? Super Team Nigeria come about? Super Team was formed by Kashdanda and his I think acts. What's that his name? His name is coming to my head. And what did they do? He found an ecosystem partner. This same system formula. Now, Super Team wasn't originally a Solana thing. It wasn't originally a Solana thing. It was on its own. But they found the idea, what they wanted to do was be a middleman between people that are looking for opportunities and the opportunity that existed in the Web3 space, especially in places like India, Africa, all these places that emerging economies. So they identified Solana and they pitched Solana that this thing now, Solana had already crashed back then because of the scandal of the FTS saga. Solana price had dropped like less than $10 or traded at less than $10 at the time. And people, bad image, Solana had a bad image. And they came out like, we can transform your ecosystem with the talent, focus on talent and the playbook. Solana, all you have to do is just to fund opportunities, provide opportunities for this talent. So they started with India. We started with India, and they now came to how did Nigeria come into the picture? Zubi now onboarded Harry, and that was it. They started with Lagos and started expanding, establish the same playbook that is already working in India. And right now they are expanding in more places in the world. That same thing. Identify an ecosystem that needs your help, that needs what you can offer. Identify what is lacking. What can you do to so that's what Cash did. That's what this other person I thought that's very close to me did. And so now we are in this era. You sit down and bring the opportunity to you. Trust me, there are opportunities that they pay way higher than anything you can think of. Like that was very good, but you have to be willing to bet on yourself and you have to really not to give up. That's why I said opportunities, even if it's not Web3, opportunities are plenty. But sometimes you have to create the scenario that will attract it to you, and then you can go for it. Like I said, in my own scenario now, building online presence attracted some opportunities to me. When I worked as a marketing partner at OKX Exchange back then in 2020, I was just doing my thing, building an educational community. I was doing value cup thing, and I just got a call. I'll say, "Oh, I would like you to be. We are building an African team, and we would like you to be a marketing partner and help us onboard people to OKX, the Nigerian part of OKX markets." And I was just doing my thing. I didn't go for that opportunity, but because I was building in public, I was just doing my thing, and people were seeing what I was doing. And when something like this came about, like, oh yeah, my name came to their mind. Do you understand? This is why you shouldn't do anything in public. That's why, Daniel, I was telling you that this community you're doing on WhatsApp, you should be loud about it on your X handle, unless you don't want it to be something that is very, very serious. This thing you're doing on WhatsApp right now is enough for you to become a KOL. Do you know how much KOLs earn? KOLs earn a lot of money. The other people are sitting on that's looking like they're influencers on like X, they make a lot of money. So do not limit this thing you're doing on WhatsApp there. It would be most preferable to do it on Telegram, because the Web2 space recognizes Telegram more than WhatsApp. That community you're building there is a lot. That's a lot of energy for it not to yield, bring massive opportunities your way. Build in public. First, people that matter don't know that your community exists on WhatsApp. But if what you are doing, you're talking about it, you're making them engage with what you're doing on your X handle, especially X handle, maybe by now, because you've been running this thing for like some months now, it should have been a lot more than it is right now. Unless you don't have that plan for that community, you're just doing it because you're a really, 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 really nice person. But if you're a really, 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 really nice person, because me too, I used to be a really, really, really nice person. I used to do a lot of most of the things I was doing for free back then, or for very ridiculous cheap price, like 1,000 naira back then. But then it still brought opportunities that paid me my way. So that's for you, Daniel. So I've mentioned how many ways. I've mentioned the community builder, the ecosystem. I call it the ecosystem strategy. Identify an ecosystem, either that is trending or is silent. If you go look at Solana way, Solana was down and they were looking for a savior. And then Cash came with Spartan idea. And look at Solana today. Solana, Spartan was one of the arms of Solana that is presented in a very positive light in the world. They look at the person that's very close to me, identifying an L2 that has the potential. Just identify them like, oh wow, these people have the potential. When you identified them, they were nothing. Nobody knew them. But within 2 years, there's a difference already. So you have to see them identify. Is it going to be Ton? Does Ton have a presence here? Now, it used to be Base. Base didn't have a presence in Africa. But look at what this guy is doing with Base. Dami and Nkechi and Ebeli. Now, there's a Base Africa. Do you get? There are so many platforms like that doesn't have any presence in Africa. All you have to do is find how can you establish what they are doing in Africa. People are looking for a way to, establish something in Africa. So can you build a community for them? What is your strategy? What will it be? You just reach out to these people, pitch it to them, and they set up a budget for you, a budget that funds that thing. A community builder for them, or a BD, whatever name they want to call you, out here in Africa. There are still so many ecosystems out there, so many projects that don't have presence in Africa. So that's one ecosystem strategy. Now, if you notice, what I'm going to be sharing with you guys are unusual things, and it's going to demand that you put in the effort. There's no opportunities that doesn't demand. Even if you want to go to your website directly and apply, for you to get that thing, that's for you to, you have to, if you're going to like win, you have to do what other people are not doing, or you have to do more than the average person is doing, because most people are not really doing a lot. So when you do a lot, it stands you out, right? This is not even a lot, same. So I hope you guys are taking note of that. Any questions at this point?
I'm following. I'm taking note.
Because
Thank you very much for your help.
sorry, I didn't get that.
I said thank you for the comment about the community I'm building. I'll definitely work on it. I'll be
Okay.
following. Thank you.
Um, that's totally fine. So but now one thing about the challenge is that for everything, for every strategy that I share with you guys, you must attempt it and bring back feedback. That's what about the challenge. Like that I mentioned about this ecosystem on now. This is um the one. So you're supposed to get feedback to me in 48 hours. It mustn't be like, because it's something that will take a longer time maybe for you to even see the result. Not, I don't mean like longer process. That's why it's 45 days. Um, I want to know the steps you've taken in 48, within 48 hours to do that particular strategy, because I'll be dropping that. I'll be doing live every day, but I'll be dropping highlights or pointing you to the videos on the website, whichever method, but everything will be dropped in the community, in the group for you to do. If I dropped on the website, I'll tell you I've updated it. This is a strategy for you to do within the next 48 hours. Attempt it and tell me what are the hiccups you encountered, what did it look like, what are the challenges, what did you learn, so that's why it's called a challenge. So between now and 45 days, so your day start counting from tomorrow. 45 days start counting for tomorrow. I expected other people this go to be here, but see, I'm
So
not even going to.
sorry, ma. Um, sorry for cutting you short. Please, the ecosystem is it to tweet at them or to get into their DM?
I didn't get a question.
The ecosystem stuff is it to get to their DM or to tweet at them? Or how?
So okay, so now, like I said, every project that ever exists has a Twitter account, right? So you have to identify. You have to find first of all. You can make a list, maybe a list of 1 to 5. Um, you can start with blockchain. Blockchain is a keyword. You can start with blockchain. You can start with you can also check narrative. Do you get? What I mean by blockchain is you type blockchain on X, search button on X. There are blockchains that will even shock you. You can even check CoinMarketCap under blockchain category to see the different blockchains there. Check for the ones that what they're looking for is potential. What they're looking for is the value you are bringing to the table, right? Like I've used Solana as an example. So on CoinMarketCap, under blockchain, you can go to all the block this thing. What are narratives that will sell in this? What are narratives that will sell in this? What are narratives that will sell in these bull markets now? For example, now we are into that season where projects are willing to spend money to achieve results this period, right? So anybody that comes out with a strategic idea or strategic positioning for them would really, really make a lot of money. So go on that blockchain or go on that narratives. For example, this way we have like AI narrative, we have meme. Meme is everywhere. The meme narrative is like super everywhere. The AI narrative is like super.
Actually, what I asked was how to contact them. Is it tweet at
It's X,
them
yeah.
by the okay?
Yes, yes, yes. Go to when you identify the ecosystem. You can check. You type their name on X, the name of this thing. They're under their following. Sometimes the blockchain follow the founder under their following, not followers now. The following. You see that the following is like really, really low. Check who is following them. Sorry, who they are following, and check if any of the decision makers are among those people that they are following. And then under people, when you type the blockchain name, you go under people. What you're doing is you're trying to find the decision maker. If you will invest $3 is how much now? That's how much the basic premium, X premium, so they can have access to DMs. It's a good investment. That's about for 3,000 naira or so ish, 4,000 naira for this 45 days. It should give you like 30 days access. You can invest it so they can maximize that 30 days and be able to access DM, because with your normal account, there's a limit to DMs you can access. Do you get? So if you can invest that, it's going to go a long way. If you can't access that, if you can't do the premium, then you have to rely on the DMs you have access to. And that is also see if you can identify their communities. In their communities, you can also those ones that are not very popular, you can find their founders in their BD in there and on their Telegram community, in the Telegram community. So you can access them. Or in their handle, you can see if they've held any armor before. Like use the search button and check if there's any armor they've done. In the armors, those armors now, they like spaces. they will tag the founder. The founder must have attended an AMA session or something, or a space session that they tag the account in. This is how to define. This is how to find the founders and all of that. Then you find them and then you initiate your quarter. But make sure your strategy is ready. Now, I think I've shared a document before of short DMs that's straightforward that can get you to. There's a spreadsheet I shared before. Sorry. Especially I shared before with social DMs that you can use because these things that doesn't require it's a straightforward thing, straight to the point thing, but get them on a call or get them curious enough to say, let's talk about this. That's the point. So this is your first strategy to do. So try, reach out, identify which one you are going for. And then second one I want to emphasize, I might not dive into it much today, is the memes. Now the memes, we're in the era of memes. This is second strategy now. We're in the era of memes, right? What does that mean? It means that every single every single day there's a meme coming out, and there is a developer behind that meme. There's a community behind that meme. So what does that mean? It means that the one thing about meme opportunities, job opportunities, that is very short lived. If the meme cashes out, that one is dead. Move on to the next meme. So what some people do, maybe as community manager, as whatever it is that they are doing, traders, POLs, is that they have as many memes as possible that they are either pushing via their handle or writing thread about and all of this. But make sure you go for meme that you believe in. Meme is a category in the crypto space. At first, I feel like, oh my god, I don't like memes because of the tendency of people to lose money fast, right? But in the job angle now, don't go for people that have plans or dropping of people. Go for memes that have a community mindset. If you look at Dodge and other meme projects that survive up to now, we have Weave. On Solana now we have Weave, we have Bonk. These memes have done well, like over they've done well as a project, as a profitable project, and they've created opportunities like contests, competitions, even on super team that people participated in and they profited. So you're looking at for memes that have community mindset. You're looking at for memes that have community, like strong, they have a strong, they have a strong community mindset. So memes are another way, so depending on your skill set, is it writing, is it community you want to go for? The meme narrative is another angle, another thing to reach out to. So that one is what can you do for them with your skill? What's the meme? The meme narrative, what is it about? It's all about community. It's all about we are in this together. If you want to understand the meme super cycle, you have to listen to this guy Murad. Murad has been very, very hype about memes. So I'm not listening to him about because of the topics is shilling, but about the narrative behind the strategy behind the meme super cycle that is going on. The meme super cycle happened in the last bull season, and it's even happen more in this one too. So that narrative has those opportunities attached to it already.
I think we don't correctly. So once you can.
Sorry, my other class is already here. So are you guys following me? Did you guys get that?
Yes, ma. Yes.
Okay, so we're going to work with
Yes,
for
ma'am.
the meme now. The strategy there is see the same code DM pitching your skill, but this is always to identify a gap. What does this meme need now? You first of all identify their value system. Are they community oriented? Because that meme is all about community. And then where will your skill come into this? But also know that there's a possibility that it's not going to that the meal might not last long. You get so you can have as many as possible. It's not that I mean it's not a job that I say, oh, it's only one job I'm doing. No.
Yeah.
All
Good
right, so
evening, sir.
we're going to continue in the chat. All right.
You
Let's work on this one now. So what I'm going to do is maybe sit on that class.
can end your good evening, though.
What I'm going to do is to fix another class like for maybe later in the week or Monday. So I have more time. But I'm going to do a lot of conversations with us in the chat. So let's our eye be tuned in the chat room. And Daniel, just help me confirm that you have access to the course on the website. All right. So
All right. Oh,
thank you for your time.
Yeah. Good evening. Can you hear me?
So I'm coming.
Yes, I
Quick
can see
one.
your screen. Are you ready?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Ma, good evening, ma. Hello, with my boyfriend. Hello, ma. Hello, everyone.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? I'm not going to bombard us. We have 45 days to run, right? So I delve more into the ecosystem part. So let's work on that for the next 48 hours. I'm going to what I'm the plan is actually to give us can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Platform.
yes,
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, so the plan is we have a 45 days
You're
through.
able.
So step by step is typed out and written down and shared with us, but it's be on the website. So Daniel, please let me check your account. Log into the account and check if you can have access to the course on the website. That's where I'll be dropping it. So everything like we're really organized. So for those of you that came in late, McQueen, you have to listen to this recording again. Listen to this recording. But this recording will
Wow.
be helpful to you when you've started the course on the website, so that it will be able to blend. So you have started the course on the website, and then this recording will make a lot more sense. If you have
Okay.
questions, so I have a live right now, so I'm ending this now, so but I'm going to be engaging us in the group. So please turn on your notifications, please. I'm begging you, turn on your notifications so that whenever I drop a message, you see it on time. Thank you. See you guys later.